Hi everyone, welcome to our second Hour of Power Masterclass. We're just going to give it another 30 seconds or so to let any remaining attendees join the call. Okay, I'm going to kick off. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is our second Hour of Power Masterclass. Our masterclass is running every couple of weeks on the Microsoft Power Platform. So many of you will have attended our first session, and it's great to see so many of you back again. For any of those of you who weren't on our session a couple of weeks ago on Microsoft Power Apps, then here's just a quick overview of what you can expect. The session is going to run for roughly an hour, and we're going to start with a quick presentation and overview of Power Apps portals before moving on to a live demonstration and walkthrough. All mics are muted today, but if anyone has any questions, then you're very welcome to type them into the event Q&A box. We're going to do our best to answer them as we go, and we'll follow up with any that we don't get to during the session. So your presenters today, again, if you were on the call last week, you'll know some of our faces. If not, then hi, my name's Katie. I'm Clade's marketing manager. I'm based out of our Sydney office with my colleague Tej, who's one of our Power Platform and D365 consultants. We're also lucky today to be joined by our regional director for Victoria, Nadija, who's also a Microsoft certified trainer and Microsoft MVP. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Microsoft MVPs, then they're individuals that really do a lot to share their knowledge and expertise with the community to help them get the most out of Microsoft technology. So what are we going to cover today? Again, if you attended the last session, you'll be familiar with the structure. We're going to first start by just introducing why we're running these Hour of Power Masterclasses, and then give you a quick overview into who Clade are. We're going to give you a bit of a refresher if you were on the last session on the Microsoft Power Platform, and if you didn't join, then this is your opportunity to learn what actually the Microsoft Power Platform comprises and its capabilities. We're then going to go into an intro into Power Apps portals, which is our focus today, show you why you should be using Power Apps portals, and then show you some real world use cases. We'll then hand over to Tej, who's going to give you a real kind of deep dive with a demo and walkthrough. So by the end of the session today, we want you to understand the basics of the Power Platform and portals. We want to show you how Power Apps portals can be created and give you some ideas of how portals can be used within an organization. So why are we running these Hour of Power sessions? So many of you on the call today will be Clade customers, some of you might not be. But for those of you who are, you probably will have received a request to complete a customer survey a few months back. And one of the real kind of strong pieces of feedback that came out of that survey were requests for more tips and tricks and masterclass style sessions. So we wanted to actually kind of put that into practice, and we've done that by starting with the Power Platform and these masterclass sessions to help you understand how you can be making the use of them yourselves, with or without our help, within your organizations. They're designed for anyone who's interested in getting started with the Power Platform. So you might already have some experience using the technology, but if not, then this is also designed for kind of real beginners. And we're going to be covering a different part of the Power Platform during each masterclass, so you can see how they fit together and how the different capabilities kind of stand alone. How the different components stand alone and their capabilities. As mentioned, many of you will have joined our first session, so you can either join us for all of them, one or two, or all of them. So about Clade, as I said, many of you on the call today will already be existing customers, and you're probably going to be pretty familiar with who we are and what we do. If not, then here is a kind of overview in a slide and a quick intro to what we do. We're an IT consultancy, Australia-based, so all of our consultants are based around the country. We're a gold Microsoft partner, and as mentioned, we also have our own in-house MVP in Nadija. Our offerings span the Microsoft tech stack. We actually started with a focus on Dynamics 365 and have expanded to include established practices that include Power Platform and Microsoft Azure. We have also developed two of our own products, which some of you may be familiar with, and we built them using Microsoft technology. That's CAMS, our membership management solution, which is built on Dynamics 365, and our workplace health and safety solution, SCRIM. We have cross-industry expertise, as you can see from the key customers that we've highlighted here. But over the years, we've developed kind of particular expertise and experience in a few key areas, including government, working with non-for-profits and associations in particular, as a result of the platform CAMS that we've developed. And then also we've worked a lot with customers in high-risk industries. And again, that's in large part due to the platform SCRIM, our workplace health and safety solution, which we developed. We've been growing really rapidly. In fact, we had some really exciting news on Monday when we were listed in the AFR's Fast 100 list and recognised as one of Australia's fastest growing companies, which was a really great achievement for all of the team, I think. So that's a little bit about us, and I'm now going to hand over to Nadija to talk about what is the Microsoft Power Platform.
Thank you, Katie. Let me quickly share my screen.
Yeah, that should be there for you any second now. There you go. Yeah, you should be good to go.
Okay. Can't see it yet.
Anything now?
No, I can't see don't think I can see the slides. I can see your screen. It's both shared, Katie?
Yeah, I can see your shared.
Okay, let me try again. That's all right. Very quickly. Share again.
See it now?
No.
Tech difficulties. Do you want me to?
Maybe you share. Maybe you share, Katie. I'll walk through it.
Okay.
Sorry about this. Yeah, no worries. I can see that now.
Okay, great.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Nadija. So thank you very much for joining us. So last session, our first session, we talked about the Power Platform and the Power Apps. I'll do a very quick overview of Microsoft Power Platform, and then we'll talk more about the Power Apps portal solution. So Microsoft Power Platform is a platform where organizations can build enterprise-grade applications for their organization. And the main advantage of Power Platform is every single solution, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, all of these solutions are you can use those to build applications via low code or no code configuration. So you may have heard the term citizen developer. So citizen developer is someone within your organization, can be subject matter expert. So you can be a teacher or a nurse Maybe you use Excel, PowerPoint, or even whiteboard to do your day-to-day tasks and do a lot of manual work. So if you that kind of person, then it is a great platform for you to learn, because you can do a lot of things very easily with this platform. So for example, Power BI. Power BI is a data visualization platform. It can connect to any kind of data source and create really nice visualizations, interactive visualizations using your data. Power Apps is an application development platform. You can build applications for internal users, external users, and all via configuration. Power Automate is an automation solution. So if you have very repetitive tasks that you need to do, if something happens and you want to send an email, or automatically create some records, anything like that, you can use Power Automate. The Power Automate has about, I think, 400 plus connectors to all sorts of platforms. It can be Dynamics, it can be Salesforce, SharePoint, or any other type applications, and that number of connectors keep growing every day. So you don't have to write any code to integrate with all these systems. You can very easily create automation processes using Power Automate. And lastly, you got Power Virtual Agents, where you can create intelligent chatbots that can understand natural language, and you can create logic behind it to react based on what people are asking. So you can have virtual agents for internal staff, maybe through Microsoft Teams, or through the portal for external staff as well. So all of these sits underneath a platform called Dataverse. That's where all the data are stored, and it comes with inbuilt security and also APIs very easily. So you can use with internal or external systems. Next slide, Katie. Okay, so let's get into Power Apps portals. Now, if any organization has customers. It can be a commercial enterprise, can be a government organization, or a not-for-profit organization. Any organization has customers. Now, these customers, this is 2021. So if you don't have a portal, then you're really missing out a big opportunity to connect with your customers through a portal. So the Power Apps portal solution, what you can do is, let's say if you are a user of Microsoft Dynamics 365 or Power Apps, then you can enable and expose your data to your customers, and you can also collect data from your customers. And you can do all of these by low-code solution, very easily using some of the tools that we're going to show you soon. So if you're familiar with content management systems, so Power Apps Portal is also a content management system. So you can store your images, your knowledge articles, and you can share them with your customers. And it comes with inbuilt security as well. So you can pick and choose what information you want to show and which information you don't want to show. Next slide. Now, Power Apps Portal, when you start looking at Power Apps Portal, Microsoft has created a number of pre-built templates. So there's community portal, customer self-service, partner portal, employee self-service, supply chain, and field service. So some of these are pre-built, so that it gives us a very good start to get a lot of the information and a lot of the site pre-built very quickly. For example, Clade has created a product called CAMS. Now, this CAMS product is a membership association management solution, and we interact with members. We have created a Power Apps portal, and to start as a start baseline, we started with the community portal, and then extended that to add additional features to it. Now, if you want to provide customer self-service portal, then you can start with that template. Now, if you are a service organization, and then if you have maybe a lot of contract organizations that you work very closely with, then to interact with your contract partners, then you can create a partner portal. And also there's the employee self-service portal where you can provide employees maybe a ticketing system where they can log their tickets, and maybe submit their timesheets and leave forms and things like that. You can then use employee self-service portal. I won't go into supply chain one, but there's another one called field service portal. With the field service portal, this is recently released. You can do bookings. So if you are maybe in the health industry, you need to book patients for consultation. Then you can start with field service portal where it comes with inbuilt scheduling system and a booking system. So so depending on your need, you can start with all of the one of these templates, or you can start from scratch, from a blank canvas as well. For example, our Scrim solution, which is a workplace health and safety solution, we actually built from scratch using Power Apps portal's blank canvas template. Yeah, so those are the templates. Next slide, Katie. Okay, so why do we need to use Power Apps portal? Now, the first reason is this is a fully managed SaaS solution, which means you don't have to worry about infrastructure, you don't have to worry about servers, patching servers, security. None of that you need to do. Everything's managed by Microsoft. And you will not get any access to the server side because it's highly protected and managed by managed within highly secure Microsoft infrastructure. Now, the next main advantage is you can very easily start building your portal. So maybe you have your organization don't have developers, but you use Dynamics and you want to start taking advantage of the portal solution to interact with your customers. You can create a full production-ready portal via configuration. So you don't need any coding skills. Now, you can start with that, and then later on you might find, okay, I need to actually do something interesting, bit more different, a custom solution. Then yes, the portal has the capability to create a full custom portal as well using the Liquid template language. This is actually a language used heavily by Shopify as well, and it's widely used in the world. And there's also a web API where we can read, write information using code. So it's a highly scalable, highly customizable, but easy to start platform. And then the main advantage, especially if you're a Dynamics 365 customer or a Power Apps customer, you can very easily display and collect information that interact directly with Dynamics. There's no additional databases. Everything gets directly connected to Dynamics. The unique benefit of Power Apps portal that no other application portal solution has is the native integration with the rest of Microsoft ecosystem. I mentioned Dynamics 365. You can get access data very easily. If you store a document in SharePoint, you can access that through SharePoint, through the portal. And there's a native integration with Azure AD B2C authentication platform, which is enterprise grade, includes MFA and highly secure scalable platform. And last but not least, the Power BI. And you can show highly interactive, nice reports through the portal via configuration. So all of these integration can be done via configuration. No code is required. The whole platform portal is responsive by design, which means you can access it from your phone, tablet, or desktop devices. And there's a portal administration application that's built on top of Dynamics or Power Platform, where you can easily manage your content as well. It also has some content management capability through the front end as well. Next slide, Katie. Okay, you can hit the arrow again. Thank you. Okay, so responsiveness. So in this short video, you can see I changed the size of the portal, and the content automatically adjusts accordingly. So to that form factor. So this is a, you know, these days it should be by design. If it's not there, then you're really giving a poor experience to your customers. So in the Power Apps portal, you don't have to worry about this. It's already built in. Next slide. So this is the Power Apps portal admin center. So I mentioned this is a fully SaaS solution. So all your provisioning, administration of your portals, you can do through using this Power Apps portal admin center. You can restart your portal. You can reset it. You can add custom domains to it. You can do an SSL certificate so you can have your using your custom domain. You can change instances. So the backend, I'll talk more about that in a second. So there's Power BI integration, and it actually runs through your configuration and finds out if there are any issues, and it'll give you more information about this as well. So all the portals, you can have multiple portals connected in the same Dynamics instance. And you can also, if you have multiple production environments, then you can switch between your portal from one environment to a different environment, and then you can it will start pulling data from that different environment. So all that management features are available from a browser. Next slide. So this is the Maker portal. So if you attended the last session, you're familiar with this make.powerapps.com portal. From here, you can do Canvas apps, model-driven apps, and also portals. So in this one, I'm creating a blank portal. It's pretty easy. You give a name and a URL, and off you go. And after about half an hour, it will provision all the infrastructure for you. And once it's ready, it'll be available for you to start configuring. So from here, if you go to create, I think I showed earlier, there's different templates available, and you can start using from those as well. Next slide, Katie. Okay, so once you have the portal provisioned, now you can start doing designing your portal. So you can go to the make a portal and click edit, and then you come to the design studio. From here you can see your sitemap, and you can lay out your pages. You can add different components like images, forms, and lists. And then you can change your theme. So there are some pre-built themes available. You can start with a suitable one, and then you can go and change, extend it, or change to suit your needs. And there's certain settings information as well. So in here you can see I can from the studio I can quickly change the content and some colors and certain theme and related information through this studio. You can add new pages, and you can create new templates, etc. Yeah, so once you do that, then you can go and have a look at your portal straight away. Next slide, Katie. Okay, so this is the portal management area. So if you're familiar with Dynamics, you can see it's a model-driven app created on top of the Dataverse. From there, you can look at all the different sites that you created and all the different settings. There are a lot of changes you can do via configuration, via settings. And then the content, you can have different forms. And you can have different list views. All of these to pull data from Dataverse and display to your users. So those are files. So you can have your Bootstrap CSS files or images. All of that you can store in here. And it also supports multiple languages, which is quite handy if you're a global organization. You can create your pages, and when you go to this area, you should see the different language support. So you have multiple different pages for different languages, etc. So in this area, you can do all your management of all the content, and also security, manage security of the portal as well. Next slide. I think this is the my last slide. So this is an example of integration. So in here, this is actual portal. When you sign in, it takes you to Azure AD B2C infrastructure. So from here, you can log in. Now that I'm logged in, I can see more information of the portal because I have more security access now. So in this one, as a user, I can see my work orders. So this information stopped running. I think it's going.
I think my laptop might have given up. Oh, there we
go. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's you can display information you have in Dynamics. So you can open up that record, and this is a form, and you can see the information, show a certain information, and in a various formats. And very interestingly, you can actually show documents as well. So this PDF that's I'm showing here, it's actually stored in SharePoint. So there's native integration to pull those documents and show it to your users. Maybe it's a tax invoice for your users. And lastly, this is Power BI. So this is an internal Power BI report that surfaced through the portal to your users. So this is a very handy feature because the users can get nice interactive reports that they can use to get information. Yeah, so that's a very high level overview of Power Apps portals. And I think Katie, I think you're going to talk a bit more about some real world examples that we built, and then Tej will walk you through some demos. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Nadija. Yeah, as mentioned, we wanted to give you a couple of real-world examples of how some of our customers are using Power Apps portals. I know there should be a number of associations on this course, so hopefully these examples are really relevant to you. If not, then there are probably ways which you can use portals for something similar. So the first example is from the Australian Cabinet and Furniture Association, ACFA. Who are a peak association serving the furnishing, cabinet making, kitchen and joinery industries. So the team at Clade worked with ACFA to develop a new member portal developed using Power App portals as part of the implementation of their CAMS membership management solution. So you can see a couple of screenshots of the members portal here, which is accessed by members through the website. And it enables them to access a whole range of functionality, kind of self-service. So they can do everything from renewing their memberships through the member portal to updating their membership details, their profile. They have the ability to use the portal to register for conferences and training courses. And then also resources, depending on their membership level, they're able to access different types of member resources and information. So I think really in terms of the benefits ACFA have seen, well, I'll go on to the key one in the next slide, but really it's been a real kind of saving of staff time and cutting down of staff admin. So as well as being a kind of seamless experience for members, now being able to do a lot of this stuff themselves through the portal. It's also cut down a lot of time that staff were having to kind of cut down a lot of jobs, that staff were having to do manually in the past and save them time. So, for example, now when members register for a course, they receive automatic confirmations and registrations for those courses are generated immediately in CAMS with staff receiving notifications to let them know that the new registration has been created. So they've had a real kind of time saving in that regard. And actually, we worked with ACFA on a kind of success story case study not that long ago, and it was really great to see that they saw significant increase in membership renewals following their adoption of CAMS and following the launch of this new member portal compared to the same period in the previous year. That kind of ability to renew themselves, members using the portal, has made the experience a lot faster and easier, and as I mentioned, helped to save staff time. And the other example that I just wanted to show here was from Grain Growers, another one of our customers, who are a membership organisation. They have over 16,000 members, I think, made up of grain farmers across Australia. As you can see, as Nadija showed earlier, and Tej will show you as we go forward, they developed their member centre using Power Apps portals and designed the front customer-facing portal using their branding and colour palette guidelines. And similarly to ACFA, they use their portal, or members are able to use the portal for things like event registration, registration for training courses, and something I think they've really made use of is the ability to apply for Grain Growers Leadership Programme and Partnership Programme applications. And there are, again, some great kind of time-saving features there. So the portal enables staff to keep track of applications. So if an application is sitting in draft, for example, users will receive an automated email prompting them to complete the application. So that obviously saves staff time in having to follow up and helps to maximize applications by prompting anyone who might not have completed the forms. So if you want to talk to us in any more detail about how you can put something into practice in your organisation, if relevant, then please do get in touch after this call. And now I'm going to hand over to Tej, who hopefully we'll be able to see the screen of. Tej, if you just want to share your screen now, then I'll get it up and live.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let me know when you can see it. Can you see my screen?
I can. Just hopefully will be available to everyone else to see now. So Nadija, do you see Tej's screen? Persona Content Website Manager.
Yes, I can.
Perfect, good. Yes, we're good to go.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Nadija. And as Katie mentioned, I'm going to go through a few things that kind of Nadija's kind of walked over, but I'm going to show you how you can actually do it in the system. For this session, what I've done is I've picked up a persona for someone like a content manager or a website manager who wants to do little things around the website that's already been set up. Basically, the portal, Power Apps portal has been set up, which is out-of-box community portal, and they want to do things that are listed on the screen. Essentially, a community portal is something that has extra features like knowledge articles, polls, can have forums, can have blogs. And what we are trying to do is we're going to try add things to the primary navigation, change content on the homepage, go and change the theme of the entire portal, and we're going to change some of the polls and the polls options that are provided to us. We're also going to create a new page with all the knowledge articles listed, and we're going to go and see how we can enable search on those pages. And last thing that we're going to go cover is the knowledge article management, where we can create a new knowledge article similar to what you would do in Word, where you can type everything as well. But also, if you already have a knowledge article which has been beautifully formatted in Word, you can just copy paste it into the knowledge article management system. And I'm going to show you how you can track how many knowledge articles are being read and what's the count on it. I'm gonna, that's what I'm gonna cover today, and I'm gonna get started. All right. So as Nadija mentioned, we're gonna go to the link that we always go to, which is make.powerapps.com, and what you'll see is, once you change the environment, we're gonna be using two applications. One is the community portal, which is a portal management studio that we're gonna open, and the other one's the app. Already have both of them open today. I also have the portal open. And to do what we're going to do first is change the content on the home screen. We're just going to go to our portal URL, and it's going to let us edit the content. So because we're in the studio mode, we can edit the content here. And you can see that we've made, Nadija did make some changes with Clade Solutions here, but we haven't made any changes here, which is still reading out of box. So all you need to do is click edit. You can see that whatever parts you can edit is giving you edit options. All you need to do is click edit. And that should open up the edit screen. I'm going to add Clade Solutions here. And I want to add a hyperlink as well. So I'm going to click on the link area here. That's going to ask me what URL it is. I already have the URL here. I'm going to paste it. I click OK, hit save. And what that's going to do is just update the whole thing. And when I click on this, the link should take me to Clade. So essentially what I did was I went into Make.Power Apps, open up the portal. In the studio itself, I'm able to edit the whole navigation thing, or the heading in this case, and we were able to edit the name of the homepage. Now I want to change this content as well. It looks plain. I want to add more details here. So what I can do is I can click edit again here. I want to add the text, Microsoft partner. And once you're ready, you click save. And that has added it here. You can see the indentation is wrong, so I can fix it up here really quickly. So because it's not getting published as you're doing it, it's quite easy for you to just change it as well. There's something wrong here. Some odd reason, I don't know. Right, so I'm going to get rid of that. That fixes it. All right, no worries. So we basically can change content here. It also shows you, because it's a community portal, it shows you a few articles that are here that are already in the system. And later in the session, I'm going to show you how to create new articles and how those articles are show up here based on the users of those articles. You can actually track the analytics here itself. For the forums here, I want to add some text. You can see there's a text box here which hasn't got no information in it. So I'm going to click edit on that. I have some text that I previously have from. So basically, I'm going to pick that up and paste it and hit save. And that text immediately appears here. So that's how you would be doing content editing on the home page or any other page that has editable sections in it. And you can simply click on the edit button, which shows up here, and you can add content into it. You can add hyperlinks, you can add images. The only thing that you'll need to be careful about is the sizing of those images or the content itself. And that would basically take care of your content. If also, sorry, I forgot to mention, if you want to actually use HTML and you understand how it works, you don't actually need to use this tool at all. You can actually just go into the source code and change it all, like for the content itself, not for the portal. But you can copy paste HTML and start working here. All right, next thing, I want to add a tab here, which reads forums and takes us to the forums page. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to add another link here, which takes me to the Smart Traveler link, which is an external link. So I'm going to click on the edit primary navigation. It's going to show me the edit navigation page. And I'm simply going to create a new one here. It says add a new link. Name is required. I'm going to select forums. Pre-fill thing, I can just type it in as well. It's not a problem. I want the forums page. And I'm going to show you how to create a new page. So that's something that comes in the later part. Click on that, and I can just click open on new window and hit save. You can rearrange. It's all basically drag and drop. I want after home, under it, after here, hit save. And once it's ready, it's going to refresh itself and it's going to show you forums. I click on it, it'll open in a new tab. And there you go, forums. Now, if I want to have a nested view of things, I can do that as well. So if I click edit, add community here, does nothing at all. And I want to move all these sections below community. Save. That's going to create a nested view for you. So it is that easy to create a nested view, and you can go to different sections from here itself. And they work normally as you've configured them. There you go. All right. Now that's within the system itself. That's within Dynamics 365, and I'll show you how to create that within the portal management app. But I also want to add an external link to another website, which is we don't own or anything, and I'm going to add that through the same place. Click on edit and add a new one. It's basically Smart Traveler. I've been practicing on it, so it's got the thing saved. And once you're ready, you just simply hit save here again, and that should refresh the page, and Smart Traveler is shown up here. Now you can go to different sites. The whole idea behind this is you can customize the navigation bar to your requirements, and the navigation bar follows you around in different places itself, and it's as easy to just configure it itself. So it's click on edit, add the page you want to add the URL you want to take it to, and your members or your customers would be able to go to that URL really quickly. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is how we're going to create a new page. The page that we want to create is showing all articles that we have in the system. We can see most popular articles, but we want to give our customers the ability to see all knowledge articles in the system. We're going to also see how we can enable search on it and how that search works. So going back to our studio, which is the Power Apps, and then going to the Portal Management app, clicking on that. We're going to scroll down and we're going to go to our Create Portal Content. I already have that thing open here. And it's going to ask me what do I want to create. So I want to create Explore Knowledge articles, which I have here. It'll auto-populate the article, kind of the title. It will also provide a partial URL. So what a partial URL actually means is when I click on something here, let's say forums, the partial URL is this. Essentially the key URI that's going to take me to the page that I want to go to. All right, coming back here, I want to do that. This organizational table, that means do you have an entity in the system that you want to display, which is your Dynamics 365 entity or table, which is basically your knowledge articles table that we're going to show. We can search the table, which is knowledge articles. We want the view as well. So we want all articles. You can search the view. And you do want to allow the person on the page to create a new record? No, in this case, so you're going to go no. Do you want to allow anonymous access? You're going to go no. So anonymous access means you can allow anyone to do anything on the website, but they don't need a login essentially, but we want them to have a login. And that is pretty much it. We don't want them to edit any records. I'm going to simply all right, so we're going to just going to create and give it a few seconds. It does take about 10 to 15 seconds. They done really quickly. Now, if I copy this URL here, what I'm going to do is we're going to put the knowledge that we already did to use here. We're going to add the navigation bar, the explore articles to the navigation bar again. Sorry, wrong one, wrong click. Again, provided the name, provided a page, which is Explore Knowledge Articles, which is this one. Once you're ready, you click Save. And you have Explore here. And you click on that. That should take you to the new page that we just created. Now, you can see that it's done everything for you. It's given it a name, it's given it a title. You can change the title from here again. So I'm just going to call it Knowledge Articles. Move the word Explore. That's going to update the title of the whole page itself. And while it's doing that, you might notice this page actually doesn't have a search bar. And that is a problem because this is going to going on for about five pages. You don't really want your users to be just going through 5 pages to find a knowledge article. So you want to enable search on it. To enable search, what you do is you go back to your portal management app, which is again from here. You find the web page, which I'm already at, this web page. I can show you how to do that as well. So you can simply find the search page, explore, which is this one. And we're using a list here. Remember when we selected a view, that's the list. You click on that. And you can actually configure everything here itself. So you can configure what views they can see. Views are basically tables with a filter on it. What's the page size? I want the page size to be 20 now so that it's more longer, but it's better and easier for them to read on the same page. And I want to enable search. I can give search a placeholder. And once you're done, you hit save. You can sync the configuration again. That's something that I'll talk in a second. And once you go back to your portal page, you can hit refresh. And a fully functional search has now shown up. So here I can start typing, booking, and it'll find it. It also tells I can search for partial text, and I want to search for the word, let's say travel. that's the one I'm searching for the same thing. I want to search for the word 3, and it's got 3D. Search for everything here, search for everything in the article number, and that's pretty much it. Now you can see that we also have a poll on the right hand side, which is this thing here, and it's only got 2 options so far. So what I want to do is I want to add a new option to our poll. Again, you can create a poll. We can go through that. That's something that if you guys want to know, we can go through how to create a poll. But for now, I'm just going to add a new option to the poll. That's another thing that can be easily configured. So you again go to your portal management app. You search for polls. Again, everything's kind of quite logically named. You have the good or the bad question that we are asking on the page. You go to the poll. It's got the question. It's got the options, and all you need to do is create the option here. I want to call something medium. Again, this question's not very intuitive. I'm just created something, thought of something and just created it. Hit sync configuration. Once that is done, refresh this page. Once the page loads, you have 3 options here now. So it's as easy as just clicking on and creating new stuff. If you use Dynamics already, you would know that how to create new values, how to use a separate. That's something that's already given, and you can use that. Now, what I'm going to show you next is knowledge article management itself. Portal management. In portal management, you go to knowledge articles, and you actually want to create a new article. This is my articles, like the ones that I created or published, but these are all the articles that are available in the system. You can go in and edit them, or you can create a new one. Again, the portal management app, knowledge articles, create a new one, give it a name, maybe how to book, something which is, a lot of people are doing at the moment. Give it a keyword so the search is enabled on it. And once you're ready, you have this designer, and that's what I'm saying. You can design it from scratch, but here, I already have it ready for you. Something that I can just basically copy, paste it, hit save. That will create a new article for me. And once I'm ready, I can simply leave it as I can update it to in review, and I can publish this article itself. Now, again, this article can be published. Okay, I'm going to just cautious of time. I'm going to show you what already published article looks like. Go back, shows you it's in draft. But if you go back to all articles and go to the booking travel one that we saw that we were searching for, you can see that that article is really simple. You can edit the article and everything. But if you the thing that I want to show you here is the analytics. And you can see that that article has been accessed twice and from the web itself. And this helps you kind of analyze what articles are being used, what articles are not being used. That helps your users to see articles which are most popular. So the more articles you access, the more articles become here. And it's more of an interactive. So you're not basically kind of writing down code to do most popular articles. It's all happening based on pre-configuration, or you can change this configuration if you want itself. Now, the last thing that I want to really quickly show you, which is something that's recently being used more and more, is the Portal Studio. So you go to make.power apps, write environment, you go to the portal itself, it says portal. You click here, you click edit. I already have that, so I'm just going to go there. That's the Portal Studio. And what I want to do is change the theme of this. You can see the theme is actually blue by default. I want to make it more turquoise because I like that color. I can find a preset theme, or I can create a new custom theme if I want. I'm going to use one of the presets ones. Click on turquoise, You can see that now it's being changed to turquoise, but because it's not been synced, the changes are not appearing on the website. So what I want to do is sync configuration. What it does, it forces the server to clean the sync, to clean the cache, and updates the updates the website and the portal itself. So that's what Nadija was mentioning. It's a SaaS solution. That's what he meant. So all you need to do is click on sync configuration rather than restarting servers and kind of applying code, applying patches. All you need to do is sync configuration that loads the website here again. And if you refresh this page now, your changes should be applied. There you go. And overall, coming back to my slide, that's gone too far, that slide. Overall, what I've shown you is from a content manager's point of view, who wants to edit navigation bars, edit content, add more knowledge articles, manage the polls that already exist in the system, and do content management as well as knowledge article management for the community portal. This system's all about configuration. It's all about, dragging and dropping, clicking edit, and just adding the content you want. It's not about knowing how to code. It's about knowing how to manage content and the website itself and what you want for the website. And portal supports all of that. But if you want to do hardcore development on it or use web APIs or integrations, the system supports that as well out of box. And regardless if you are going to use it for configuration or for hardcore coding, it's going to talk to Dataverse, it's going to talk to Dynamics. All of that data is going to be stored there. So it's a pretty good platform to use. That is pretty much it from my side. Katie?
Thanks, Tej. Just sorry, getting the slides back up. So we are very close to our end time, I think. So I'm not sure if we're going to have time for questions, but please do. You'll receive an email within the next few hours from us. So if you have any questions, please do just shoot us a reply to that email and we'll get in touch. So hopefully Tej and Nadija have demonstrated that Power Apps portals are designed to be really straightforward and easy to get up and running with and to use, even for someone who's not technical like me. But if you are looking to further extend and enhance a Power Apps solution with more sophisticated capability and configuration, then we can help. So do get in touch. Our details will be on the next slide. Our next Power Masterclass is taking place in January. So after hopefully we've all had a good and refreshing Christmas and New Year's break, taking place on the 19th, and we'll be going into Power Automate. So do join us for that session. You'll receive a link to the calendar invite not long after this session has wrapped up. And as with last time, if you have any feedback, please do pass it on when you receive an email from us later today. We'll share the recording as well. Then please do send over any feedback. It's how we improve, so we do welcome it. And as mentioned, if you'd like to talk to us in any more detail about the Power Platform or Power Apps portals, then please get in touch. You can reach out to our customer success manager, Shanice Ma, shanice.ma@clay.com.au, or respond directly to the email that you'll receive later. And I think that is it from us. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us today, and hopefully we'll see you at our next masterclass in January. And thanks also to Nadija and Tej for joining me on the call today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.